r/relationships. Possible recording 597 says. Together 10 years, M, 48, F, 47. We tell people we are married, but we are not, and M, 48, doesn't want to. Why? I'm a 47-year-old woman. I've been with my 48-year-old male partner for 10 years. We have a 5-year-old daughter. We had a marriage ceremony with my family 8 years ago, but my partner did not want to file the marriage certificate because he said it would cost us too much on taxes. He calls me his wife and I call him my husband. We wear wedding rings. When I had our daughter, I left a really successful career to be home with her because he pressured me to do so after I had her. I finally got a part-time job back in my field and can move to full-time when our daughter starts kindergarten. His wealth has grown since we've been together and my world has shrunk. Now he wants to move. I told him I'm not comfortable moving and leaving my job unless we are legally married. I've told him this before and he gets very angry. He says, "You're all about the money, aren't you?" But I'm thinking, what are we doing here? We are playing house, but he doesn't actually want to marry me. I don't even know what my response should be because I'm so flawed. He's not always a nice guy. We are already together for 10 years. He likes to pretend we are married, and I make him look good. But he doesn't want to actually give me the security of being in a committed relationship. Help TDLR. To summarize, we are together 10 years. Tell everyone we are married. Legally we aren't, and when I tell him we should be legally married he gets mad and says I'm all about the money. He's not rich, lol. What should I say to him? R0L0D3XPR0 Paganda says. He wants a maid and not to pay the taxes. You got yourself a very manipulative guy who strung you along for nothing. And if you guys were married and gotten a divorce, he doesn't want to part with any money for child support. I wished you saw the red flags before giving him a kid. Now he will gaslight you if you tell friends he never married you, and the rings you wear are for show, not for commitment. Panics Watch says. A bunch of states in the US have common law marriage provisions which you'd fall into, especially since you both wear rings and say it publicly and even had a ceremony. But if you're not in one of those states, then you have to decide if you want to keep this song and dance going or if you want to move on. If it were me and I wanted to be married for real on my terms and not just his, I'd just take off the ring and stop telling people that you're married. Why should he reap the benefits of being married and that you make him look good if he won't actually do it? You don't have to lie to benefit him. It's not like he can get mad about it. You're following the parameters he set forth. I would be concerned he's hiding something, since filing a marriage certificate is a fairly cheap endeavor and more importantly, it is a huge tax break if you're in the US. It's actually insane, because if you left your job when your daughter was born, filing a joint return without your income would effectively double the deductions and nearly double many of the caps on various limits and caps for your taxes. For me, if I had my income with a spouse not earning, I would save almost 15k/year on taxes. So I'd be concerned that he may be married on file somewhere or some other issue leading him to not wanting to file his marriage with you. Exact Market 3744 says. Together 10 years, tell everyone we are married, but we are not legally married, and he doesn't want to. Why the hesitation? Feeling unsure about our future and need perspective. Dunat says. Where are you located? Y'all could already be common law wed because of how long you guys have been together. Totally depends on where you live though. Trixia Plecrique says. You are probably common law married if your state allows that. International and 754 says. I don't really have any advice for you, especially being over 2 decades younger, 22, but I want to relate my situation for a bit of insight. I have a fiance 21 male, and we are both in college. Me finishing up my bachelor's in December, and him with 2 years left, and then going into a PhD program soon. We've talked about our future and marriage is definitely in it, although not for the next couple years, until his bachelor's is done. He's not from the best family, both of his parents having been married 4 to 5 times, his sister twice, and his brother once and then divorced. I completely understand his personal hesitations, especially with us being so young, and we've agreed on taking the steps to protect ourselves in the worst case scenarios. Prenups exist for a reason. He wants to protect his future business endeavors, and he also has significant health problems that have a good chance of leaving me a widow by my 30s, and I would like to keep his medical debt separate from any of my own. This man has been with you for 10 years and you have a kid together. Your partner is an adult who can make his own decisions about what he wants out of life, yes, but there are options that he could take for protection if that's what he's worried about while still marrying you. r/relationships. Jaipali says, should I 37 male tell my sister 42 female that my wife 35 female is pregnant? My older sister is a garbage person. When my ex was pregnant with my first child, but we weren't ready to reveal anything, she teased and joked for hours at a Christmas party that she was definitely pregnant because she wasn't drinking. Years later, my sister did it again, hinting that my wife was pregnant, but we didn't want to tell anyone until it was 2 months in, so we shrugged off her blatant rudeness and told her we've been trying, and it wasn't a secret, but didn't tell her she was pregnant. Sadly, the fetus died. We are trying again, and last week we confirmed we are pregnant. It hasn't even been a month, but we are going to a destination wedding for my other, younger sister. This is way too early to announce, and wildly inappropriate to overshadow my sister's special time, but my older sister will likely notice my wife isn't drinking and try to pressure her. My wife doesn't regularly drink, so she hopefully will go under the radar, but I'm thinking ahead and hoping to figure out a way to keep my sister's mouth shut and avoid unnecessary drama. Should we just roll with the punches and keep it to ourselves? Should we tell her and hope that she won't gossip? She almost definitely will, but maybe not till after the resort. Should we simply say we've been trying, it's not a secret, but we haven't talked about it in a year or so, and hope that keeps her from prodding? And if we choose that last route, is it appropriate at a wedding? Too long. Didn't read. My sister has a history of being rude regarding pregnancy. My wife has recently became pregnant, and I'm afraid my sister will make a scene the next time we see her at a wedding. How should I manage? Qjuriate says, if she brings it up, maybe just say that you're trying, but you don't want to talk about it yet. If she asks why, say it's personal. If she continues to prod, ask her why she needs to know. CrowdJane13 says, you could not drink in solidarity, not ideal, I know, but then if she asks you can rub your belly and say, we were keeping it secret, because I'm not really sure who the other parent is. Odds are it's Sasquatch, but it could be your wife. Don't forget about the time with the Easter Bunny while I was at work. I forgot about that. Blonde Hearted Judas says, a Virgin Mary, tomato juice with celery salt and a stalk of celery. Cranberry juice with club soda virgin daiquiri. Just make sure your sister isn't near you when you order, so she can't hear it's non-alcoholic. Mazel tov. Natural Collection 45 says, lots of good advice regarding other beverages and such. But, as you know, miscarriages can often happen in the early months, which is why most people wait to tell people until the 3rd month. Anything can happen between now and then, therefore, don't tell her, or your younger sister, or anyone really. Quite frankly, it's none of her business or anyone else for that matter. Good luck. You'll find a way through this. I especially wouldn't tell her, she sounds awful. Nikiti1 says, If you're at an all-inclusive, just order virgin drinks for her. No one will even know. Ontivanum says, "Hey, C's, why don't you stop pressuring my wife about what she's drinking? It's weird. Let's have a great time this weekend. If you don't have the stomach for that, just get virgin drinks for her. She won't be able to tell the difference. Vodka soda with lime minus the vodka, etc." Xirasara27 says, "She can just walk around with a glass of wine. Have her switch glasses with you when no one is looking. Like put your glasses down on the table and just casually swap glasses, so her glass keeps going down. She can pretend to drink it by raising it to her lips, etc. No one will be the wiser. You could also get some non-alcoholic wine and have her stash it in her purse. Put some in a glass at the wedding so she can walk around with it." Bus27 says, "I'm sorry you have to deal with this kind of person. Anyone should be able to go out to any gathering, not drink, and not get hassled. They shouldn't have to give a reason. I would be so annoyed by this point that I would struggle to be kind if she started in on this again." The only advice that's non-confrontational in this post is to either hold a drink or order non-alcoholic drinks that look alcoholic. It's sad that you would have to do that or make up some kind of lie, but if you want to try to be non-confrontational, it's probably your best bet. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.